The Galactic Fauna Preservation Committee had assembled representatives from 47 species to review Earth's application for membership. It should have been a routine approval. Humans had submitted all required documentation, passed the initial screenings, and demonstrated adequate knowledge of xenobiology protocols. Then Director Val Kesh opened the file labeled Human Domesticated Companions. The conference room fell silent as the holographic display activated. This cannot be correct, Val Kesh said, his crystalline structure flickering with confusion. There must be a translation error. Ambassador Jennifer Park, humanities representative, looked up from her datapad. Is there a problem, Director? Your species claims to keep apex predators in your homes for companionship? Oh, you're looking at the dogs section. Jennifer smiled. Yes, dogs are our most popular pets. We've been domesticating them for about 40,000 years. A delegate from the Threxian collective, a species of prey herbivores, stood abruptly. 42 years. You've been living with predators for 40,000 years? Well, technically they weren't fully domesticated at first, Jennifer explained casually. Early humans and wolves had more of a mutually beneficial partnership. We hunted together, shared food. Over time, we selectively bred them for specific traits. Val Kesh pulled up an image. A massive gray wolf, teeth bared, eyes gleaming. This is a Canis lupus, apex predator, pack hunter, capable of taking down prey 5 times its size. And you're saying humans befriended these? That's a wolf, yes. But look at this. Jennifer pulled up her own images. A golden retriever sleeping next to a human infant. A German shepherd wearing a birthday hat. A tiny chihuahua in a sweater. The room erupted in chaos. T-E-N-F-A-N-T! Someone shrieked. There is a predator next to your OFSPA. That's Max, Jennifer said warmly, is a therapy dog, works at a children's hospital. Kids love him. Why is the predator wearing decorative fabric? Oh, that's Sergeant Pepper. He gets cold easily. Sold! You bred a wolf to be vulnerable to temperature. We bred wolves for a lot of things. Jennifer brought up a new display. Hunting dogs, guard dogs, herding dogs, rescue dogs, therapy dogs, GOGs for the blind, detection dogs for drugs and bombs, racing dogs, fighting dogs, though that's illegal now, and companion dogs just for emotional support. A Vexorian counselor, whose species had never domesticated anything larger than an insect, raised a tentacle weakly. How many of these wolf creatures do humans keep? About 900 million at last count. The silence was deafening. Many Hayuradar Mil and Ampx Piadoris. Val Kesh's structure was now flashing. Livenina, you are Hamas. They're not really apex predators anymore, Jennifer said. We kind of modified them. Some breeds are basically helpless without human care. Some can't even breed naturally. We created over 300 distinct breeds, each specialized for different tasks or just because we thought they looked cute. She pulled up images. Great Danes, Dachshunds, Saint Bernards, you genetically engineered predators for aesthetic preferences? I mean, when you put it that way, it sounds weird. A small, rabbit-like delegate spoke up nervously. Surely dogs are your only predator companions. Oh no, Jennifer laughed. We also domesticated cats. The new hologram showed a tiger, massive, muscular, fangs and claws designed for killing. This is Panthera tigris, solitary apex predator, can kill prey with a single bite to the neck. Ambush hunter, perfect killing machine. Right. Jennifer nodded. That's a tiger. House cats. How much smaller? About 4 or 5 kilograms on average. So harmless. Jennifer's expression was strange. I wouldn't say harmless. Domestic cats are one of the most efficient killers on Earth. They hunt for sport. A study showed that outdoor cats in the United States kill approximately 4 billion birds every year. And that's just for fun. They don't even eat most of it. The rabbit delegate fainted, but we keep them anyway. Jennifer continued, because they're soft and they purr and sometimes they sit on our laptops when we're trying to work. We have about 600 million of them. Your species keeps 600 million small tigers. That kill for entertainment? You're very independent? People like that? Val Kesh was scrawling through the rest of the file, his crystalline form now pulsing erratically. What is this? Equus cabalis! Horses! We domesticated those about 6,000 years ago. The hologram showed a massive stallion, hooves raised. This creature weighs half a ton. Can kill with a single kick, and humans ride on their backs. We also bred tiny ones called ponies. For children, you let your Kyle Rem near these. We have a whole sport where kids ride horses over obstacles. It's called show jumping. Very popular. A Zentheri observer spoke up. Ambassador Park, I must ask, what is the most dangerous creature humanity has domesticated? Jennifer thought for a moment. Define dangerous. capable of killing a human. Oh, well, all of them can kill humans. Dogs kill about 25,000 people a year. Horses kill about 100. Cows kill about 20. Even hamsters can give you a disease that'll kill you. You keep creatures that regularly kill you. I mean, cars kill 3 million people a year, and we still use those. Now Sam Tige. Fair point. Jennifer pulled up a new image. If we're talking about pure killing potential, it's probably the saltwater crocodile. Some people keep them as pets, though it's not common. The hologram showed a massive reptile. Jot isa parestor a apex padar. Yeah, crocodiles have been around for about 95 million years. Barely evolved because they're already perfect killing machines. And humans keep them as pets. Like I said, not common. But there was a guy in Florida. Why is it always Florida? Someone muttered, who kept a 13-foot gator named Rambo in his pool. Fed him whole chickens. The Threxian delegate was hyperventilating into a breathing apparatus. Your species is insane? Genuinely, clinically insane? Or, Jennifer said thoughtfully, we understand something about predators that you don't. And what is that? That they're not that different from us. She stood, walking to the holographic display. Humans are predators too. We have forward-facing eyes for depth perception. We're pursuit hunters. We developed tools specifically for killing. Our ancestors hunted megafauna to extinction. She gestured to the images of dogs and cats. When we met wolves and wildcats, we didn't see enemies. We saw cousins, in a way, other hunters. And we thought, what if we worked together instead of competing? That's not how predator species interact, Valkesh protested. It's how humans interact, Jennifer countered. We don't see the world as predator versus prey. We see potential. A wolf is dangerous, yes, but it's also loyal, intelligent, and an excellent hunter. So we befriended wolves, and now we have dogs that can detect cancer, find people buried in avalanches, and comfort children in hospitals. She pulled up more images. Cats keep rodent populations down and provide companionship. Horses let us travel farther and faster. Cows give us milk and meat. Chickens give us eggs. We didn't domesticate animals despite their danger. We domesticated them because we saw their value beyond their capacity to harm us. A long silence filled the room. Finally, an elderly delegate from the Preservationist Guild spoke. Ambassador Park, your file mentioned something called exotic pets. What are those? Jennifer winced. Those are less common animals that some humans keep. The legality varies. Examples. Well, some people keep snakes. Some of them venomous sarats. Bears! Sometimes. Tigers, though, that's usually illegal. Wolves, actual wolves, not dogs. Primates. Big constrictor snakes that can swallow a human whole. Spiders. Scorpions. Alligators, sharks, if you have a big enough tank. Sharks! There was a guy in Cambodia who kept a collection of man-eating crocodiles. Called it a rescue center. Rescue from what? Being killed, mostly. He rescued them and then just kept them, fed them, named them. One was 18 feet long. The Victorian counselor spoke weakly. Why? Why would anyone do this? Jennifer shrugged. Some people like the challenge. Some people like caring for misunderstood creatures. Some people are just weird. But that's humanity. We see a 4-meter reptile with 68 teeth that could bite us in half, and some part of our brain goes, I could pet that? That's suicidal. Probably, Jennifer agreed. But it's also very human. We're the species that looked at the ocean and said, I'm going to sail across that. We looked at mountains and said, I'm going to climb that. We looked at space and said, I'm going to go there. When we see something dangerous, our first instinct isn't always to run. Sometimes it's to understand it, befriend it, make it part of our family. She smiled. Every dog, every cat, every horse, every cow, they were all dangerous once. But we looked past the danger and saw the potential for connection. That's what makes us human. We don't just survive in a dangerous world. We make friends with the danger. Valkesh looked at the assembly. I need to call for a recess. This is highly irregular. During the break, Jennifer noticed several delegates reviewing Earth's file with what could only be described as horrified fascination. The Threxian delegate approached her cautiously. Ambassador, I must ask, the image in your profile, the small creature with fur. What is that? Jennifer looked at her ID badge. Oh, that's my cat, Chairman Mio. You named it. Chairman? He's very authoritarian about dinner time, and he lives with you. Yes, he sleeps on my bed. Sometimes on my face, which is annoying. You let a predator sleep on your face. His 8 pounds of fur and attitude. The worst he can do is knock my coffee off the counter. Does he hunt? Mostly my feet when I'm trying to sleep. The delegate stared at her. You are either the bravest species in the galaxy or the most foolish. Can it be both? When the committee reconvened, Val Kesh spoke carefully. The committee has reviewed Earth's application. We have concerns about your species' tendency to cohabitate with predators. However, we also recognize that this practice has not resulted in ecological collapse or species extinction, yours or theirs. So we're approved, conditionally. You must agree to strict quarantine protocols when bringing any Earth fauna to non-human worlds. Of course. And you must never, under any circumstances, attempt to domesticate any sentient species predators. We wouldn't dream of it. The committee finds that hard to believe, given that you apparently dream of befriending everything with teeth. Jennifer grinned. Fair point. As she was leaving, the rabbit-like delegate stopped her. Ambassador Park, one final question. If humans are predators and you domesticate predators, have you ever considered that other species might try to domesticate you? Jennifer paused, then laughed. Oh, they've tried. We call it government. Hasn't really taken. What? Humans don't domesticate well. We're too stubborn, too independent. We're the predators that befriend other predators because we refuse to be tamed ourselves. She walked away, leaving behind a room full of species who suddenly understood why humans were both fascinating and terrifying. Because humans didn't just live alongside apex predators. They invited them into their homes, gave them names, and loved them. And any species crazy enough to do that was a species you didn't want to underestimate. Later that night, Jennifer video called home. Her cat appeared on screen, sitting on her keyboard. Miss you too, Chairman, she said softly. The cat yawned, showing perfect little fangs, then head-butted the camera at apex predator. Jennifer thought with a smile. Right? The most dangerous thing in her apartment was the IKEA furniture she still hadn't assembled properly. But she'd never tell the Galactic Committee that. Let them think humans were crazy enough to cuddle with predators. It was, after all, completely true.